Hello YouTube, this is Mike again from Last Chance Rotary. I am filming this at the same time as my recent door handle video. I know I'm way overdue uploading. I wanted to provide another update. So this is going to be a separate video that goes on to, I think, my 4-part series, or 5-part if you count the test drive, of the Racing Beat header and exhaust install. Since the last video, I drove the car all summer long. And, you know, in the last video you saw, I had some idle issues. It seemed to have gone away with really just some driving. I hate to say it, getting the car used to the new Racing Beat header and exhaust. And also I had to go and readjust my throttle position sensor. I don't know why, but between all of that messing around, my idle is right on the money. I've gotten it back under control. Car runs great, no issues. But I wanted to give an important update. Again, learn the lesson the hard way. I'm trying to show this information so somebody else avoids the issue. So we did have, I'll call it a near breakdown. So in my last video, you know, again, had the idle issue, things were going on. At the same time, and I was going to film this as an episode of Last Chance Rotary, I had plans to go down to the Deal Gap Rotary Rally down in North Carolina in Deals Gap, and actually, you know, so you know, I hopped in blue, you know, bought my ticket to go down, or you know, the pass or the fee, whatever it is, and I was pretty excited because I don't get you know, a lot of opportunity to hang out with other Rotary enthusiasts. So you know, hopped in blue, went down. It was about I'm going to say it's about a 9-hour drive, so probably the longest I've ever taken blue on any one trip. And on the way down, I got about, believe it or not, 5 or almost 6 hours into the ride, and I started to experience some issues. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit what happened, and so hopefully you can avoid the issue. Okay, so this is Mike back again here, and so what I wanted to share with you is on the way down to Deal Gap Rotary Rally, I you know, started to experience some noise in the engine. I knew something wasn't right. So the good news is I pulled over and popped the hood, and I had my wife basically rev the engine while I popped the hood and could observe what was going on. And what I discovered was right here. This belt was jumping erratically off the pulley, about ready to jump off the pulley. And so if you watch closely in my last video, I basically had the stock setup. So there was basically one belt going here, and the belt that went to the air pump that used to be over there is now removed. So I had one singular belt, and then of course the air conditioning belt. And you know, I don't know why for certain, to be candid, and I've read some hit or miss things, you know, on different blogs on the internet. So I'm only communicating what worked for me. But basically, what we ended up doing, I had to turn around and immediately go 6 hours all the way back. And I babied the car the entire way home. Didn't get above about 3,000 RPMs, which in a Rotary is horrible. And I babied the car home, and luckily she made it back home. And what I ended up having to do to remedy that is install this double pulley, aluminum double pulley setup that provided an additional belt. And I ran the car the rest of the summer into the parking season like that, and I ran it as absolutely as hard as I could. I really tried to create a failure, and this seems to have completely resolved the issue. So much so, I hope to go back and try the rally again this year, because again, I went 6 hours and I missed it. So that's been killing me all year long, that I missed that event. So I'm going to try again this year, knock on wood. You know, everybody, you know, say a few Hail Marys out there for me, and I'll make it down. But anyways, you know, so I guess you need to install this double pulley setup to compensate for the lack of the air pump belt, is what this amounts to. I thought it was the water pump. While I was troubleshooting this, I bought a brand new water pump. It's sitting in my spare parts bin in the car in case I have to do a roadside water pump. Yeah, I try to think of all that kind of stuff. And but anyhow, I wanted to share that update to the Racing Beat header and exhaust install. Again, knock on wood, since then everything's been running great. So knock on wood, it stays that way, but it was very important that I shared this with you as hopefully a conclusion to the Racing Beat header and exhaust project. And I hope, you know, those of you that have a first gen RX-7 that are trying this, particularly on an SE, you know, you won't learn the lesson the hard way like I did. So if you have something new to share, or you know, or you've had a similar failure, I'd be happy to hear it down in the comments. Again, this is all about sharing information and helping another rotary enthusiast out. Anyhow, that's all I have for now. And again, apologize I'm so long putting up videos. There's many more that I'm due to put up, and I'm just trying to chip away and do them a little bit at a time. So that's it. All right, take care. Hey, hey there, YouTube. One real quick video. Again, the final thing for the Racing Beat header and exhaust. I just thought you'd like to see the car running here, sitting in the garage because of the idle issues I was having before. But right now it's running a little high because I just started it and it's warming up. I do this from time to time during the winter time, on top of putting stable in the fuel to make sure everything's good. But anyhow, we're going to go ahead and zoom in, and I'm going to show you the engine running with that double pulley setup. So you can see there, it's turning along pretty good. The double pulley on the alternator is turning nicely, and you know, no more slippage on the belt. And knock on wood, I hope this resolves it, and even more so, I hope this thing gets me to Gill Gap Rotary Rally this year. Anyhow, that's all for now, YouTube, and take care.